That shooting, as well as the assassination of Mark and Melissa Hortman, are at the center of a letter by Governor Tim Walz. In it, Walz calls on Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem to restore $700,000 in public safety funding, specifically the Targeted Violence and Terrorism Prevention Grant, which he says was abruptly canceled in July. That money went toward anti-terrorism and anti-violence efforts statewide. It also helped fund positions with the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension within the Behavioral Threat Assessment and Management team. Gun control, school safety, and Capitol security should all come up in a possible special session later this month or in early October.
And tonight, Governor Walz tells us he is determined to call a special session to address gun violence, even if there's no pre-agreement on an agenda. Chief Political Reporter Tom Hauser's live at the Capitol right now, where the governor and lawmakers have been meeting. Tom?
Most governors demand a pre-agreement and a structured agenda before they will call a special session. But Governor Walz says he's determined to call lawmakers back with or without a pre-agreement because he says gun control legislation is so urgently needed. Legislative leaders arrive at the office of Governor Tim Walz for the first time since the Annunciation Church shooting. While the trauma and tragedy of that shooting is still fresh in the hearts and minds of Minnesotans, Governor Walz says many Minnesotans demand action on banning assault weapons. Governor, Democrats couldn't pass an assault weapons ban when they had one-party control. What makes you think it can happen now?
Well, I think like so many things on this is I think we have a dead Speaker of the House and a husband. We have 2 dead children.
The governor met with legislative leaders to discuss the potential parameters of a special session. Democrats echoing his call for meaningful gun control.
The reason why I'm standing before all of you right now is because of an act of gun violence.
Including new House DFL caucus leader Zach Stevenson, who was just elected to replace Melissa Hortman, who was assassinated in June, 2 months before the Annunciation mass shooting.
I hope that my colleagues on the Republican side will listen to the families of the victims of the shooting, who are demanding action on guns, on weapons of war, and getting those off of the street.
Republican House Speaker Lisa Dameth agrees legislation is needed to address school safety and mental health, but says even some Democrats seem reluctant to vote on any new gun ban.
We've heard from Democrats that they don't have the votes to pass a ban. Again, the language hasn't been put out there. We don't know what that language is, but we know that the Democrat caucus in the House and the Senate seems like they don't have the votes for an actual ban.
Will you call a special session even without pre-agreement on an assault weapons ban?
Well, I don't want to speculate the non-pre-agreement, but I think I made it pretty clear, Tom. We are doing a special session, so that means we need to find an agreement. That needs to happen relatively quickly. We're not doing a special session that doesn't include discussions around these weapons.
So there might be a vote on banning assault-type weapons in Minnesota, but certainly no guarantee it will pass even after those recent shootings. There's also no guarantee a special session will only focus on gun control. Already in the last couple of days, lawmakers have talked about school safety, mental health, Capitol security, and even gender-affirming care. And remember, the governor has power to call the lawmakers in. They decide what they do and how long they stay. Live at the state capitol, Tom Hauser, 5 Eyewitness News.